Hit man, we got a minute or so. So I promise I won't be waiting that long, but I'm gonna get a sip first. Cheers. For those that miss him already. All right, anyway. All right, guys, it is just about 7 o'clock and I'm already here, so I'm going to start and let you know that Track Talk is powered by W Energy Drink. For anybody that hasn't tuned in or already heard, go to W Energy Drink on the worldwide interweb, and with your order, you can save 10% by using my code, Lone Wolf 47. That's Lone Wolf 47. Save 10% on your W Energy order. So I want to get into this past weekend and then into some other things. So this past weekend, three of us from the club went down to Bethel, to the Battle at Bethel Trophy Race in Bethel, Connecticut, at the Bethel RC Race Arena. And Bethel baby. You know what I mean? A lot of Bethel there. But what a blast. Again, it's never a dull time down there. It's always fun. As I've stated before about that place and that crew of guys that put it all together, and another amazing event. My small block wishes I were a better driver that evening than I was able to be for it. And in my big block, I was able to finish third again. So two third place trophies from two trophy events at Bethel this year. Feeling good with that big block. So overall, a good time. And it was great to bring a couple guys down that hadn't done that before, on at least on the oval side for one of them, and ever for the other. So again, Suds went down, and Mike will probably let you know in the comments, if he's already on, what an amazing time he had. He'll let you know about it. A little nervous at first, but now he can't wait to get to the next one and the next one and the next one that he's now experienced. That environment of traveling to a race and so forth. And again, to their credit, the guys at Bethel, amazing hosts. So a really good one for his first one. Phil did really well as well. I wish to God that we had worked a little more with the car that he won. Hi to Nico. Sorry. I can't see without the glasses, and they're a pain. So guys saying hello, girls saying hello, Mila, hello. I don't typically do too much with the comments right up front, and highs are hard to come by as the comments keep flowing in. But hello, and thank you guys for joining us. Horns did really well with the Fenner build, the car that we raffled off. Once we got it dialed for him, as far as his like for that car setup on that track, the car performed really, really well for him. So I was pleased with that personally, obviously being the guy that built the car. Thank you for the subscribe, Nico. I appreciate that. And my day is going so far so good, Mila. So as far as the travel crew from the Wolfpack down there, we did really well. Overall, again, not necessarily podiums and so forth, but we did get some. Phil got a lower main podium, and I got one in the big block Mud Boss. So speaking of big block Mud Boss and small block Mud Boss, just in case any of you aren't on the page on Facebook, I am selling my personal small block setup with no body. Everything else comes with it. Add your radio and receiver. So selling that one. If anybody's interested, let me know. You know, and because I want to try different things, and you know, Mike will make fun of me and tell me that I was I'll build another one. So as far as everything else, so say it ain't so. Yeah, Mike, I'm gonna try to if somebody wants it and you know, is interested, they can let me know, because I think it's a great car to start with someone and or to accentuate what they already have going on. Obviously, I think it's a great car because I drove it all season long, and drove it to some good finishes as well. I mean, it's got a couple trophies, a couple TQs, and the season trophy, at least at our track, under its belt this year. So the car was very good to me, and I think it's just time to move forward. So, you know, there's that with the small block. Then again, I may just keep it and use it as Keith's new car, my son, to race this coming spring season in 2026. So we'll see how it goes. Was doing a lot of talking to some different people online, and from our area here in New England, and different people wanting to either A, find a track like ours, or B, build a track like ours. And there may be a little of both going on there, which is really cool. I've had some guys jump on the Facebook page already, and you know, hopefully they will like what they find, and we can go from there, and hopefully get them out racing with us once the new track is ready in the spring. So there's that, and there would be and again, guys, in the comments, I see some comments whipping by. Thank you for the subscriptions and the hellos. But you know, back to the racing thing, the more the merrier, guys. If you're in the area, you know, please come on down, and you know, is that in, I can't see the flag there, Amir. Is that, I can't see the stripes. I apologize. My eyes are terrible. But I appreciate the subscription, and from what looks like it probably is halfway around the world. So, and guys, we do have some international following here from Russia and so forth and so on. I think Pakistan, Istanbul, there were at least 11 countries on with us at one morning. Iran. I saw the symbol in the center, and I knew I'd seen, I didn't know if that was black and red or if it was my t-shirt at the bottom of the screen, Amir, so I apologize. But, you know, guys, we appreciate you guys tuning in, especially when you tune in and you are interested in the topic and or learn about the topic with us. It's really cool, so we appreciate that. So going into the new year, we'll be racing again at the new track. The new track will likely be similar in dimension, but not so similar in dimension. So if I can clarify that a little bit, we're going to go wider with the track, making the cornering more similar to its, you know, 1-1 scale brethren. So there's that part. The straightaways will or will not maybe be the same length. We got a few things to figure out, and we'll go from there. So the let's see, what else was I going to talk about tonight? Oh, so as I look at my almost disastrous workbench once again in front of me, the back to the car. So if anybody is interested in the small block Mud Boss, it can be turned into whatever you want / based, but it is a pretty quality, in my opinion, humble opinion at that, car for anyone to just jump on a track with, either learn with or go rip, make a few adjustments to fit your driving style, and then, you know, go for broke with a really, really, really good car. So The Team Lone Wolf thing that Mike mentioned down there, the Fender build that, why, thank you for saying it's a very fast car. The Fender build that Phil was racing this past weekend, that was a Lone Wolf build with a lot of my stuff, my different ways of doing things or putting things together, and or a combination of both. And so that car, I was really looking forward to seeing it perform. It did everything I thought it would, and I think that as the future becomes the current, Phil will put that car to work, because once we got it dialed to where it was good enough for the rest of the evening, he did really well with it. And once he gets that dialed to him, I think that he's going to be scary with that car, and that car is going to be scary with him. So that's going to be fun. It's always good to see one of your own builds go out there and perform well. So without you being the guy driving it. So that's fun too. I wanted to talk about some of that stuff as well. You know, the different Amir, without getting too political, I agree wholeheartedly that governments all suck and they're the problem, not just the people of the countries. So I'll agree with that. And like I said, Amir, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you tuning in from Iran. And if any of you or your friends ever want to tune in and join the live and or whatever conversations that we're having here, then by all means. And especially if you guys are interested in the hobby of radio controlled racing, then would be more than happy to have you in either way. So as I was saying about the Fender build, it's really good just to see something you built with under someone else's piloting, driving, and or supervision, whatever we want to call it, but you see it perform well for them. And so that was a really fun time. And I know I've done some work with Mike's car, and I know I've done some work with Sandman's and several other people's cars. This was a ground up build, and that was the first time he drove it. This wasn't tweaking what they already had set up and so forth. So this was me building a car from the ground up. And then when Phil drove it and we were able to tweak it here and there for his driving style and see some successes with it, it's only going to be a matter of time. So, that's going to be fun to watch as well, because again, I know that car had a lot of eyes on it, and quite honestly, I was almost unsure as to whether I'd get rid of that one or not, but I'm glad I did, and I'm glad that Phil won it. Any of the guys that bought into that raffle would have been awesome behind the wheel of that car. But, it's Phil's now, and now we work towards seeing what he can do with that ride. So, there wasn't too much else I wanted to talk about tonight other than those couple of things, but I will say, the online presence is building as far as Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, or, we used to have the live show on Instagram every week till they changed their policies. So now we're here on YouTube, and we're happy about that. The club is doing well in that respect. As far as some attention coming back to things we do in a positive light, so that's good. So, again, it's just a matter of time. And as I was saying, looking at my bench, I'm now not only putting out the different brush motors once the break-in process is done, pulling a pretty high amperage at like 3 point some odd volts. So you double that for, your running. And well, anyway, spare you the math, putting out some fast motors. Again, Mike, Sandman, they can attest to some of the ones that they've been put to work out there. And appreciate that, Amir. I truly do. Because it's always nice to hear especially when you don't think you hear it enough and or that anybody thinks so. So I appreciate that. They've been putting to work some of their motors that I've done for them brushed wise. And coming in soon will be the analyzing machines and so forth to work on those brushless motors for you guys and really get those things firing most efficient and at high RPM speeds. So as far as that goes, the guinea pig will be my own. And then once I know that that has worked out, we'll start pushing some of those, number one, out the door as brand new, and number two, we'll be able to kind of analyze and do some things with your current, if not new motors, brushless wise as well. So those of you running the 13 halves for late model and or your big block mud boss, I'll be able to work on those. There's some things I can do with the BL2Ss as well. Any brushless motor, I can do some things with. Not as much with the BL2S because obviously without the ability to have that end bell tuning, like a lot of the race motors that you know, so you're a little bit more limited, but that's not to say you're 100% limited. There are still things that can be done to those motors, whether it's a fixed timing motor or BL2S motor, to help them run more efficiently as well. So there'll be plenty more to come from the Lone Wolf side of things. And, you know, from there, who knows? We'll see what happens. I am kind of messing around with some other things as well. And until I know for certain whether I want to keep doing that or find something that works well enough to talk about, I'll keep it in the background. But those of you that know me, you know I'm always trying to figure out or work on something, and the rest of you, well, that's how I work. So there's that. Let me see. There's the thing with that. There's the thing. There are a couple of us, I think the same three at this current moment, planning on going out to full throttle on November 1st for the Empire State Nationals. So if anybody would like to join that group, then just let me know through the Facebook page. And we'll be traveling out from Massachusetts to New York. It's a couple-hour drive, so it's not as bad as it sounds. And we're day tripping that one, so no need for a hotel and anything like that. We'll drive out early, race, drive back, and you know, that's that. So that's the plan anyway. We'll see, you know, as we get closer to that time frame. We still got over a month. We'll see how that pans out, but right now that's the plan. And looking at different rule sets for the different classes and trying to figure out what's going to be best for each of us to do that day to get that experience in, you know, because again, it's not necessarily about trophies. It's about the experience and having fun and yes, fun in the van, Mike. You know, and again, it was one of those things where get the experience of the event, let alone the experience that you do get on the track by racing and so forth. But it was definitely something that was fun to share with, you know, the guys. So, Mike, is this something? Let me think. Nope, that's not it. I don't see a thing where I can try to add you. Do you? Because I'd love to talk to you about it, but if we can't do that now, we can start it with you on with me next week, and we can talk about that. But I don't see anything that'll allow me to request or add or whatever on my end. So, you know, again, we're still getting used to the YouTube side of things, guys. We were on Instagram where we could do that right off the rip and just say, hey, you know, we could definitely talk while adding people onto the screen and so forth and so on. So on the YouTube side, I don't think we can do it on the fly like that, but it is what it is. Not too much to talk about, guys. The season's winding down. It is already, as some of you know, finished for our club track, the former Dirty Bird, as it were. And we will be hoping to break ground and come back hard in the spring at the new Wolf's Den track, 2.5 miles down the road in Pawtucket from the old track. So for those of the guys at Warwick and so forth that I was chatting with earlier about, yeah, hold you can say that now, Mike. I'll figure it out. You know I will. You know, on the Warwick City Park site about the new track and about some other things going on. If you guys end up tuning into this, you know, we can't wait. You know, we can't wait to have you come on over and race and experience what we do, and as far as the club, and have some fun racing. So it's going to be, you know, something good for everyone involved. So looks like I have, well, that's just screen controls. That's an no, I don't want to do that. And nope, can't do that. All right, well, like I said, I can do it, but just apparently from the beginning. So, guys, like I said, I don't have too much to talk about today with the racing world. There's some things going on that I can't talk about yet. There's some things going on that aren't worth talking about until spring when they get here. And there's some other things that I just have to finish up some housekeeping on before I can talk about them. So, you know, I apologize for the short show, but hey, it was a show. Made some new friends around the world, so that's cool. And, you know, like I said, guys, I don't necessarily do a lot with the comments, but I do appreciate you guys throwing them out there, the hellos and the different things that I did catch on the comments as they scroll by me over here. So, I know I don't have to ask Mike this time because I know we got nothing going on to promote for any of the upcoming weeks as far as club racing and so forth. So, that all being said, guys, jump on over on the Facebook side, Wolfpack Racers Den. You know, hang out over there. A lot of stuff is announced there before it can get here because this is only once a week and that's live every day. So, that's about all. Like I said, guys, at the beginning of the show, take a peek at W Energy Drink on your internet. And if you want to try them out, like I love it. I have some good amount of experience with the different mixes now, and I love the effect. I love the fact that there's no crash, there's no jitters, there's no craziness, and hopefully you'll love it too using my code Lone Wolf 47 at W Energy Drinks. So you can also, for you RC guys, if you check out AJACmods.com, you can get a discount with that code as well. I know I used them for the piece on the back end of my buggy to extend where those body posts could be mounted so that it could be used for a late model body and have a better mounting position. That piece is awesome. They make a bunch of stuff, especially for some of you off-road guys. You know, you'll find a lot there. Cool dude running the whole thing, so check them out. Get 10% off with Lone Wolf 47 there as well. So that's all I got to say tonight, guys. Like I said, I appreciate you all tuning in tonight. We'll see you next week, and maybe we'll have a little more to talk about. Until then, I'm the Hitman, and I'm out. Night.